Hello friends, Mr. J here with Mr. J Relationship Coach, here to give you your weekly dose of vitamin J. I just wanted to quickly run down about 10 traits that indicate you're in a toxic relationship. These are not the only traits, certainly not all inclusive, but they are just some indicators that you need to take a closer look into your relationship. So, number one, there's constant belittling or dismissiveness. Do you feel like you're unheard? Like every time you say something, you're devalued, you're put down. That's an indicator. Number two, silence is frequently used as a weapon. So, it's common after a disagreement or an argument for a couple to kind of go their separate ways for a couple of minutes, even maybe an hour or two. But to use silence as a weapon is definitely a sign of a more serious issue in a relationship. Manipulation of isolation is another one. Keeping you away from family and friends. Actually, that is a sign of abuse, period. When one person asserts finances over or dominance over finances. In all relationship, each party brings to the table their strengths. And certainly, in a lot of relationships, one person might take care of the finances more than the other. But if there's a dominance over doing that, that's an indication of some toxicity. When one partner feels safe, either emotionally, mentally, certainly physically, that's a sign of toxicity. When one person is always blaming the other. Really, one of the sayings I have in life is couples need to attack issues, not one another. If you find yourself constantly being attacked rather than an issue being attacked, that's a sign of an unhealthy or a toxic relationship. There's gaslighting. For those that might not know what gaslighting is, it's basically having you question your gut intuition. It's like, you feel something's off, you question it, and you're made to feel like you're crazy. That's gaslighting. Sarcasm is often used. Now, let me just reiterate or stress. A lot of couples have like this joking moniker, they use sarcasm in a loving fashion. That's okay. There's no problem with that. But when it becomes your main language, especially after you've asked somebody to stop doing it, or if somebody asked you to stop doing it, then you need to stop, because that's a sign of a toxic relationship. When the relationship doesn't take priority, you are always busy with other people, busy doing other things, especially if you've asked your partner or your partner asked you to spend some time or prioritize the relationship, and that doesn't get done. So lack of investing in your relationship. If friends and family keep telling you that, things are off, there's some things off in this relationship. So many times we don't want to listen to friends and family. Keep in mind, a lot of times friends and family will support the relationship even if they don't like the individual. But if they keep nagging, you might want to open up an eye and take a little closer look. So those are, give or take, 9 or 10 signs of a toxic or an unhealthy relationship. If you feel any of these, if you are a part of any of these, you might want to look into some healthier ways to cope with the stress or the relationship you have, because things usually don't get better until you make them better. I'm Mr. J. I hope you got something out of this. Feel free to like and share. Definitely subscribe. And I will see you next week for the weekly dose of vitamin J.